What's going on, guys? JHoyt back with you today. Welcome back to some Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And this one, we were actually getting ready to play some league play, but in this one, we end up playing a good public match. We're using actually the SWAT on Seaside Hardpoint. And somehow I actually absolutely go off in this one. So I hope you guys do enjoy that in the background. But today, we're going to be talking about league play once again. And once again, I found another really good post on Reddit. And this one says, am I the only one that doesn't hate league play? And this is by Wiener JF. No, I'm not making that up either. That's exactly what his name is. And again, this is going to be a lot of reading, but he has some pretty good points. So he says, are the ones who aren't miserable with league play just the silent ones? Don't get me wrong, league play has its issues. It could be better. It should be better, but I guess I don't care as much about my ranking or position on the ladder. If you care a lot about where you stand on the ladder, then the system is screwed. But just for having fun with friends, he's enjoying it. Heck, he has more issues with the cluster grenade and the ICR hipfire than he does with the league play system. And then he starts going on about some other points. And I'm not going to go too in detail with these because they're pretty straightforward. He says we don't have people leaving without a penalty and having to wait to be filled like Infinite Warfare. I know quitters don't care about placement points, but at least it's something. Yeah, leavers are super annoying. It's just something we have to deal with. I don't have people using artillery on top of teammate to get a free 20 seconds in the hill. That was from World War II until I believe it wasn't used at one point. We don't have people spraying through teammates with ARs or spamming the hill with grenades on top of teammates because there's no friendly fire. That was also in World War II. However, there is a lot of team killing these days with being killed by your teammate and grenades and streaks and everything. But it's still not nearly as bad as World War II. We don't have people de-leveling to get close enough to play get close to their friend's rank in order to play with them, which is how it was in ranked play in World War II. You had to be within like 500 or something like that in order to play together. We have maps where the rotation from one hill to the next is so long you can't try to break the hill more than once, like World War II. There's a couple maps in here where you get spawned out the entire other side of the map, like on Seaside and the map we're playing now. If you're on the statue hill, you can get spawned back second hardpoint, which is the complete other side of the map. So if you lose the first break, good luck, because you're not really having that good of a time trying to get back to the hill. If I'm not randomly being banned for 30 minutes without quitting, yeah, World War II, where you just randomly got banned for no reason and you couldn't play for like 20 minutes. If you have a group of 3, you can actually play a league, which is true. They had like a really weird system to what they did in World War II. We have a larger pool, or a larger map pool than World War II, and we don't have a vote system that lets a 5-stack pick S&D 10 times in a row, which used to happen a lot because they always pick S&D because that's all they were good at. And then they get into respawns and they get absolutely smoked. We don't have to wait for ban and protect, yes, but we still have to wait for, I guess you'd call it a specialist draft. The picking of the specialist before the game, it does take about like 20-30 seconds. But where is it? We don't have to wait for everyone to change your classes after ban and protect. Again, it's kind of part of it this year. We don't have people spending the entire game trying to hit jetpack, sniper, or trick shots from Black Ops 3. It wasn't necessarily trick shots, at least from my point of view. It was just people trying to get, an angle on somebody. So if one map was Fringe, one of my favorite maps of all time, if you were, back house or back grandma's, and you're going up on the silo back there and you're spinning around trying to snipe the guy top barn, it's not necessarily a trick shot, but it's still like a shot that people would go for all the time. We actually have exposure on the homepage, unlike Infinite Warfare or World War II. Yes, but we could also always do a better job at that. Then we have, while specialists are strong, at least they take a while, and there's no perk to speed it up. There's also no weapons like the claws, scythe, original war machine, which shredded even with flak. Invisible players like Infinite Warfare Black Ops 3, the Hive, Reject. Specialists are basically out of the game almost entirely in search, which is great, but they keep respawns from right? But they keep respawns from being plant and camp like World War II. I don't know exactly what he means by that. Then he says the slide mechanic is a little sweaty, but is it worse than jetpacks and wall running? I mean, my thoughts with the whole advanced movement, whether it's wall running, jetpacks, double jumps, whatever you want to call it, every game took skill to do. Every game takes skill to master. And the people that complain most about jetpacks and wall running and all of that stuff were always the same players that were not nearly as good at the game as they were with, you know, classic boots in the ground Call of Duty. So, and that's fact. I mean, that's just straight up fact. Myself personally, I've been able to adapt to every game and be pretty good at every game. Obviously, I'm not on the top of leaderboards or whatever. I just, you know, whenever I'm in league play, ranked play, arena, whatever you want to call it, I've always done pretty well. So, I don't know. Matchmaking isn't great, but everyone is expecting the perfect system where you get paired with an entire team that's exactly your skill. That's never going to happen, especially with parties. Completely agree with that. It could be better, but I'd say it's a really good balanced game 6 out of 10 times. And then another one was unbalanced, not a total blowout 2 out of 10 times. And the final 2 are a shit show or have an early quitter, but you just play it out and go to the next one. Not the end of the world. Yes, you're never going to find a perfect game, but especially when they release skill-based matchmaking, you expect to be people at least close to your level. I know I played a game, what was it, 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago, where I was on a team. I went 37 and 14 in a hardpoint game. I was absolutely slaying out. I had the most hardpoint time. You know, I was absolutely shredding, and the rest of my team didn't. None of them went positive. So obviously, it wasn't skill-based matchmaking. And then the last thing he says is, I don't know if the people here are just dramatic or if I'm just the luckiest guy ever, but I'm having fun. Sure, I get game fucked every now and then. Yes, I get an occasional burger or quitter. Burger means not very good player. But it's not completely ruining my game experience like it seems to be like everyone else in the subreddit. There also seems to be a bunch of silent. Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what he's saying is he's actually enjoying ranked play, or league play, I guess it's called. And he doesn't take everything so literally and have everything, I guess, be a problem for him. I mean, that's great if he can just kind of shrug it off. But a lot of the problems that he listed here were problems during those games. And some of them were never fixed. But there's still a lot of problems in this game. And they should definitely be fixed. Because as much as people say, oh, this is supposed to be the best league play ever, obviously being, what was it, 6 months late. And then it's just like, I mean, every game's going to have its problems. We know that. But especially when they hyped it up, like, don't hype up your thing if it's going to be this late and not perfect. Obviously, you're never going to have a perfect system, but at least close to perfect. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up here. If you did enjoy, hit the like button down below. Comment below what you guys think of league play and if you hate it or you don't hate it. And I'll leave that in the comment section below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And as always, guys, we'll see you next time.